Okay, I think it's working. I'm just going to be pulling the engine out of the K24 and the Mazda Miata transmission out of the MG here. Figured I'd stream it. It should be reasonably quick. If it goes really quick, I might give a sneak peek on some of the work I'm doing on the engine mounts. Hopefully it'll be a video on that either later this week or on the weekend. I'm hoping to get those more or less done soon. So, yeah, we're going to get started on that. I'll try and watch for comments. First, tunes. But only finest. You know what? We're just going to play whatever comes on Spotify. And I'll just try and keep it quiet so that I don't get copyrighted. Of course, it started with Blondie. It was kind of funny. I left my engine hoist. Lent my engine hoist to a buddy. Oh, come on. And I told him ahead of time, hey, this thing is sketchy as frig. Be careful. And he said, yeah. Oops. Yeah, it'll be fine. Comes back a couple days later, says, yeah, we got the job done. And then goes on to say, but man, your engine hoist is so sketchy. I just kind of laughed that I told you so, dude. I even told you what it would try and do. I just thought it was hilarious. Oh, what the... ran over my foot. Feels good. One of these days I'm going to clean up this stuff. Nuclear 14 point. All right. Oh, we got the head studs out. And I'm gonna, oh, I know what I'll do. Got some of these there fancy new welding magnets. I betcha can get them to hold the tablet. So I can at least try and get some shots out of this. Ah, yes. This has worked brilliantly. Too low. All right, how's that? Well, it's better. Now, there we go. Oh, wonderful. Ugh. All right, there we go. Yeah. Now, just keep in mind that this engine's shot anyways. When I get it out, I'll show you what I mean. So I'm just using a carburetor pickup plate that you'd use for small block Chevy, Ford 302, Chevy 458, whatever. It's just a carburetor adapter plate for the hoist. Nothing fancy. I'd be more concerned about it. But this engine is trashed. Could you rescue it with a inordinate amount of spending? Yeah, probably. Am I willing to spend that much on it when I could just go out and buy a much better condition engine? No, I'm going to go and buy a much better condition engine. Because this one would need Darton sleeves, major block repairs. It's a mess. That's putting it nicely. Basically, what happened is Joe Blow do it himself. I think he did the timing. Someone did timing on it, and they did it wrong. And the engine basically hammered itself into a pulp. Valves hit pistons got chewed up, chunked up. Then they went through the rest of the engine. Just all around bad time. Okay. I'm just going to move this over to safety. Alleged safety. It's just sitting on the back of my motorbike. Let's put it on the FRS. That'll do for now. Oh, what's going on here? Something's going on with the battery charger, which is wonderful. Just going to leave that sit for now. Now, for the record, I was kind of hoping not to have to pull this back out of here again, because I spent quite a bit of time so that the crankshaft was centered and the engine was sitting at the right angle. The angle is, so if this is your transmission, right? So you're the front of the car. If this is the transmission, the engine's going to be tilted this way to the passenger side of the car, 13 degrees. And my Bluetooth paired successfully for some reason. Anyways, that's the angle that the manufacturer of the adapter plate gave me. So for now, I can mock up my engine mounts, and as long as the block and the transmission are, so as long as the block's at 13 degrees and it's spaced correctly with the transmission's close enough to the right rotation that I can mock up my engine mounts and then mount the transmission once I have the adapter plate, because a little bit of it being off by a half degree isn't going to be a big deal, because you have to remember the chassis is going to flex anyways, right? When you're driving this down the road, it's convertible. So is the Miata that the transmission came from. So the vehicle is going to flex, and the engine mounts and the transmission mount have to be able to accommodate that. Because if they don't, something's got to give, and when it does, it'll break. We don't want braking. I don't want braking. I work very hard to have nice things. Yeah, there we go. Well, that was not as well attached as I thought it was. Oh well. for the record, my engine hoist is bent. The guy I bought it from wanted $70 for it. He was like, oh, you know what? As long as it's close enough, that'll be all right for now. For $70, yeah, heck with it. Pretty sure what Buddy tried to do was lift a 12-valve Cummins or 24-valve Cummins out of a truck, which was with the thing probably at full reach, and it just tried to go. So the whole thing tries to fold over this way. I know how I'm gonna fix it, or at least work around the problem for now. But it still works, so it's just a little bit sketchy. We're not above working with sketchy here. Although this is more sketchy than usual. I'm starting to wonder if Buddy bent it some more on there. That's all right. I'd be more worried about it. But apparently there's no firewall to hit this on. Well, there's none to speak of. Nice. And if I take my foot off the corner of this, well, it doesn't try and tilt quite as bad, but it does try and tilt. Oh, that's got gravity. All right, so here's what I'm talking about when I say it's sketchy. Oh. It's a bit hard to tell. Well, basically, all right, you can kind of see how the top of the hoist is over the one leg. Yeah. It basically wants to fall over that way. Not good. All right. I'll plunk that down there. Aim it so you guys can actually see what's going on. Maybe. Hopefully. All right. Next time I'll have better set up for this. Hey, I have a viewer. Hello. Yes, I am actually surprised. I really didn't think anyone was going to. Really didn't think anyone was actually going to tune into this. Really doesn't want to stay put very well. Okay, maybe this time we'll stay. for Pete's sake. That is clearly not working. I should have renamed this the camera trouble stream. All right, I challenge it to fall over now. Anyone else think I should have the Benny Hill thing playing right now? That is ridiculous. All right, this is what I mean. The engine should be over here, not over here. And I stepped in gear well. Nice. Let's get that. For the record, this is what happens behind the scenes. It's just basically a full day of me tripping over myself, smashing my knuckles and getting hurt. But that's what we deal with. Time for some patented not beer. Oh, that's good, not beer. Just wondering, if I put this on top of my welding cart, is the whole cart going to collapse? Because it would sure be a lot easier to work on top of there. Maybe if I put a piece of wood over it or something. Look, a piece of wood. Yeah, there's no way this can possibly go wrong, right? Yeah. Yep. Okay, this is actually going to work. Of course, everything smells like gear oil now. Yeah, there's nowhere to attach a ratchet strap to. But long enough to go. Not even close. Alright, this is alright. We can figure this out. In bungee strap we trust. Definitely no way this can go wrong now. There's a bungee strap involved. Wonderful. Ah, wonderful. Yes, this is already not working. Should rename the stream Grown Man Fumbles and Doesn't Make Progress. I gotta have a longer strap here somewhere. All right, well, I don't have an extra strap. I do have an extra pair of work gloves, though. These are crusty. Ah, that's the worst. They're all stiff. Oh, those are actually cracking. All right. Garbage. No. I still have a viewer? Holy shit, I do too. Well, somewhere here I had ratchet straps. And they appear to all have gone missing. That's wonderful. Just something there to make sure it doesn't just fall straight onto my foot, because that's when it'll fall down. Not when I'm standing a ways away. All right, well, we're going to do this in a sketchy way, I guess. All right, so this is how we know this engine is pure garbage. Oh, there it is. See that? There, now you see it. Right there. Cracked cylinder walls. And you probably won't see it from on top. Well, definitely not if I try and do it that way. Yeah, no, you can't see it. Basically, that cylinder one there is the one that ate a valve. The rod broke. I think the biggest chunk of piston I pulled out of there was yay big, an inch. Just nothing left of it. And of course, that all went through the rest of the engine. So everything's trash. Which is just wonderful. That's what you want. If it's going to get destroyed, might as well go out in a bang. At least then you've got a story to tell. More gear oil on the ground. Sorry, it's a bit of a slow stream, guys. It's growing pains. Let's go with that. You know what? I really don't feel safe working with that thing like that, so of course my drill's not up here. Oh well. Oh well. And that's 12. I need Need a 12 millimeter. Looks like that is a 13. For the record, yes, I wear gloves when I'm working in here. Most of the time. Say what you want. You only get one body. You might as well protect it. And these gloves aren't too bad. They don't, they breathe pretty well. So you don't get, don't wind up with pruny hands with these ones. Yeah, just some sort of little heat shield thing. So with any luck on this side, oh yeah. No, I don't think I'll need to make a spacer for this side, which is nice. This side, on the other hand, I'm quite certain is going to need a spacer. And probably more than one. That is. Look at this one up there. I should really just get a transfer punch. Alright, right there. Curious that even the yeah, even the factory Honda mount has a bit of wiggle this way. It rocks like this. Not much, maybe 10-15 thou, but that's interesting. And that's the one off of this engine. So I don't. Oh, I bit my cheek. I don't see any reason that should be rocking like that, but. What that does tell me, though, put our engine mount a bit there, which is pretty cool. Pretty close to the same center. Sorry, I'm just looking up something that someone else who's swapping a K24 sent me. So that's mirrored, but that is what Buddy sent me for the driver's side. It's mirrored, so the front of the engine is on this side. And then that is what he did on the passenger side. And these are the shackle mounts I fabricated the other day. These will be in a video soon. So it sits in there. I've put a little gusset on the bottom just to give it some strength, and stops it when you go to set the engine in. It can't drop all the way through. It will stop there. So they're a little bit tight, but a couple whacks with a hammer will have that sorted right out. Just like that. With the shorter bolt, mind you. So, he mounted there, which is third of the way up cylinder 2. Put it right about there. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, that's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be. I might have to kick the 2 legs for the engine mounts forwards and up, just depending on how it lines up. But we're going to go with that for now, for this side. So it's just some 3/16 plate. This is what we're going to make the parts that go between the engine and the transmission from. That's 120 wall, 1.75 tube, which should be quite excessive for the amount of power we're going to be making, I'm thinking. Now, need that. Where's my Sharpie? Oh, there it is. Basically just trying to mark circles on here in a way where I can't screw up. It moved. Well, Here's hoping those circles work. All right, that I think will work. And we'll just put a tick out. 3.5 inches. And here's the local rednecks outside. I swear, if the RCMP ever did a roadside check for drunk drivers on Kelly Road, they would get a lot of people with DUIs. A lot of people. Because I don't know what it is with people. They just keep fucking doing it. That's how she goes, I guess. It's honestly been one of the few positive notes about this whole COVID thing. Not as many people trying to do burnouts out of the pub parking lot. And like, I get it. You have a big truck. It's cool. But don't do fucking burnouts in front of the neighborhood pub. Everyone's going to think you're a dick. It's just how she goes. All right, so there. Oh. It's kind of funny too, because most people leave that pub in just the most respectful way possible. But here's your 5%. They're just bound and determined to act like jackasses. But I knew that when I bought the place, so I can't complain now. Or rather, I should say, I won't complain now. Because people who buy something, a house, next to a racetrack, and then complain about the noise of the racetrack, they suck and they're assholes. Nobody likes them. You bought it. You knew that was going to be a problem. You have no right to complain. All right. I'm going to do a little bit of cutting here. And I will at least try to set the tablet up so that you can watch. All right. Time for sparks. And I double up on my face protection. Because I've had these zip cuts blowing on me before, and I like my face. It might not be the prettiest face, but it is my face. And I like to keep it. Shocking twist, hot things are hot. Oh, geez, I'm going to burn through that entire wheel before I'm done here. But it is working.
My patented not beer comes in a beer-like can. Engine side plate for the driver's side of the car. For the record, I'm being rough with this head. It is also in similar condition to the engine, aka bad. Cylinder one, the one that had all the troubles, ate a valve. The head is munched. Ta-da! Now, when you take it over here and see how it do. It'll work. Just That should be in one. Scraper. During the summer, I really should have pressure washed this thing. It is gross. The razor blade just broke. All right. So I think I'm gonna have to cut a bit of a shape out of that side. But I'm not doing any more grinding tonight. I will take it to work. So that one's. Where's my Sharpie? Sharpie. Sharpie. Oh, I need to save that piece. Where in the heck did I put that silly thing? It's here somewhere. Oh, somewhere. Am I blind? Might be blind. Huh. It is wait. Ah, I found it. All right, let's see here. That's all right. I, old man grunt. Don't grunt shame me. If I want to grunt, I'm gonna grunt. Ain't nothing nobody can do to stop me. All right, so here's what we've arrived at for the driver's side of the car. It's a little bit funny shaped, but should work. And more importantly, lots of real estate for our tube. No. I bumped something on the tablet. There we go. All right, we're back. So that's where we're at for the driver's side. If I could, there we go. I've got a little bit to trim out, but I'm going to, I've got lots on my face. I'm going to try and take that torque and use the plasma cutter. I could burn up a bunch of discs doing it, or I could be lazy and do it the easy way, which, let's be honest, who wouldn't use a plasma cutter if they've got access to a plasma cutter? Be real. Already going well into the territory of built, not bought. I don't care what argument you make about it. I've had to customize it. Actually, it's a good opportunity to show you something I did before I started making these build videos. You can make the argument that, oh, you didn't build the transmission, blah, 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 blah. Nobody builds a transmission. Anyone who expects that's being just trying to be elitist. It's just the way it is. So what I have done though is, so this is a early model, an NA Miata transmission, full shaky cam edition. So this is from a 91 Miata. So what I did is I had to carve a big chunk off the side here just to get it to fit in the transmission tower. And then the shift turret used to be about here. So I had to shorten that, take the whole assembly off of the top, take the tail cone off the back of the transmission. And then there's a shaft in here that's got a roll pin in it. I had to shorten that shaft the correct amount. I forget the exact measurement. And then re-drill for a roll pin, which was fairly, there wasn't a lot of room for mistakes because either your shifter was going to be off level, or if it was really extreme, it would just bind up. So I had to be pretty careful with that. And then I had to shorten this tube with the two seals on the end, which I did by, let's see if I can. So I cut the two sections out, or cut the section out of the middle, sectioned it, wrapped it around, and then soldered it, that was a pain. I got it done, but it was a pain. All right. On the passenger side, we are going to use those spots there as our engine mount. Not sure if you can see that, but something kind of like that. A lot smaller though. So I'm just gonna find a piece of cardboard, snip around it, get it so it's the right shape. Yeah, it'll work. No name brand cardboard. Or rather, Princess Auto brand. We're very elite here. There's my snips. Give them the snips. Plant. Yes, I watched Futurama. I am that old. I am old enough, and I know there's going to be a lot of people laughing when I say old enough. I watched it when it was still on cable TV. I had to grow up with that shit show of a cable package. I really wish I knew. I wish I knew where my knife was, because we about to do something sketchy. Voila, flat cardboard. You don't get to see what's on the other side. It's just for me. I need this will work. All I did is I sprayed some WD-40 on the block on the spots where the bolts go through, because those are machine surfaces. Press this up on it, and now I can take that okay, maybe I'll try and do this nicely. Look at me, I'm even taking out the ruler. We're going to cut it. There. Crude, but effective. Now all I gotta do, round the edges off, snip, 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 snip. Boom, we got a template. Now I just gotta trace that. Onto a piece of steel here. Boom. Now that's the shape I need to cut out. This one to work tomorrow.
and cut it out with the plasma cutter. We need to test the plasma cutter work anyways, so perfect excuse for me to get to play with the toys. Let's see. That's those. That's that. Ooh. You always got to think about how you're doing things in your head. And it helps to hold it up a few times. I just about made a big mistake. So you see this. We're going to have a bolt here, bolt here, bolt here, bolt here. Now, where does that leave me to put a piece not big? Nowhere. That would have been real bad. So what we're going to do, I'm not sure if you can see, it's going to come straight over and down. That'll give me lots of space to put my piece of tube. I will clean that up, square up the edges with the ruler here, but gives you the general idea. Come on. I find these are very helpful. A square works great too. I'm just not sure where mine has gotten to. Seems to have grown a pair of legs and ran away. But c'est la vie. Do. All right. Now we have somewhere to put our tube. So I'm going to cut those out tomorrow. Let's see if there's anything else I can do tonight. Might not be anything else I can do tonight. Let's see. Hopefully I'm going to some sheet metal on order for the MG. I can see if I can maybe find a used adapter plate. There was a couple up for sale. I'm gonna message the guy, see if he still got it, because it was a much better deal than going directly to the manufacturer, but they've been very helpful. So if I got to throw my cash their way, I have no problem doing that. I think that's about it for tonight, guys. So I'm going to end it off here. I promise the next stream will be better. It will be. I'm pretty new to this also. Yeah. Peace out.